I own the masters to this. I copyright all my own music. Just like they do. Yeah. Show me a patent number for this. Go ahead, try to Google it on your phone. See if you can get an author. I bet it come back unknown.
My girl by my side, everything right. Dancing under those stars, under moonlight.
My girl by my side, everything right. My feeling right. I'm lining up all night.
In the music we find release, happiness, brilliant bliss.
Yeah, we got some information we're going to get into this evening, people. We're going to be reading from a few things. I think one of the things we're going to come out of is as a man thinking. Bringing in peace. Bringing in that peace. Yeah. We're going to get some cell and DNA and DEA activation and repairing going on. Make sure you run out and tell somebody and that you only hit your heart button. You know why? I've come to find out that you're a phenomenal person. I stopped calling you niggas. I'm really literally gonna change my whole dialogue. Y'all niggas going, ooh, I said it. But just keep in mind, that's the old me. Okay? Sometimes the old me might come out the bag. It's hard to keep the bull tough. So I got to set up other boundaries and categories and certain sets of ideas of what an individual is. You know? But we definitely want to stop doing a couple things for many different reasons. There's no need to explain. But we want to curve the language, the amount of spell casting that I do, right? Because we curse. Everybody curses when you speak English. And if you went to school and you took a spelling test, then pretty much more than likely you're practicing magic and using curses. All right. Whether you're aware of it or not. So I decided that I'm going to curve my language. That's the wrong desk. We don't want this desk. We want this desk. Right? And just a few some of the words that we use just for comfortability's sake. All right. So cursing, what America knows as curse words such as, well, we don't want to start saying it. However, you all know what curse words are. And especially words that are not beneficial to us. All right. Words that aren't meaningful and have low vibration and no cognition to it. We want to eliminate these words. All right. So I don't want to call you niggas no more. You're not niggas from now on. You're fabulous, phenomenal beings. Okay. If not, I'll just call you God or something or goddess. But we definitely want to stop calling everybody niggas. All right. So that's some of the things I think I had to get off my chest before we get started. Let me just do a little bit of reflecting and meditating and see if there's anything else I need to bring to our attention before we get started and looking at some of these old ideas in our existence. Right. So, yeah, we're going to definitely formulate a new dialogue in which we're going to be bringing to the table. Uh, and yeah, far as far as any warnings or what they would call, what do you call it? Man, I always lose my mind when I'm ready to do what I'm doing. Disclaimer. Hey, that's the word I'm looking for. Phew. YouTubers out here, they do these disclaimers. So I don't have no disclaimer, but if there's have to be any disclaiming going on with what's taking place with us, just know that if you ain't prepared to advance in consciousness and awareness and expand, then you should roll on. You should scroll on, and you might want to even block me. That's important. I don't mind being blocked. In fact, if you people could get me to be the most blocked person in America, that will be great too, in and of itself. You see? So there's always room for improvement somewhere in existence. You just got to know where you want to improve at, and you decide. All right? Okay. Yeah, so no matter what your denomination, religion, I don't care if you atheist, I don't care if you're a Grand Canyon, I don't care if you're a worm in the ground, I don't care if you're a bird in the sky somewhere beyond the ice wall. I'm going to welcome every person, place, or thing in existence. This is the Nate the Great Facebook and YouTube live streaming. Okay? And you now just entered the monastery of Nathaniel. Oh, that felt so good. Tuning therapy is one of the best therapy, y'all. Vibration and frequency. You people got to learn how to master this world. Master that what you created and stop thinking that something else created it. I've been brainwashed and fooled and tricked. Messing around with these people. Come along. We have a party to attend with some more mature people and some more of our friends. Who said that? Some of you probably heard that before. Slick Rick. That's right. He said, I don't want to see you playing with these low life no long. No more. Now come along. I don't want to hear you talking that low vibrational talk and nonsense no more. Come along. We have more information that we have to share. We're going to get into some brighter and higher things in existence. I want your mind to move along as much as the government is moving along in the things of what they're doing. These niggas, excuse me, oops, I'm gonna have to get a pen and paper so I can take a note of how many times I did what I'm not supposed to do, and that way I can work on it consciously. You know what I mean? So we put a one down every time we say the word nigga and we're not supposed to say it. You put a check there, so that's two. I said nigga 3 times now, so that's 1, 2, 3. I can't say it no more. Got to work on that. So next stream, what I do is keep this little memo right here, and it's a sticky pad, right? I just put it right there, and I see. Well, last time I said nigga 3. Oh, damn! There you go. Got to write it. Put a check down every time you say it. We can't say that word. I have to beat that though. So it's gonna be in front of me, and I ain't gonna be able to. I might be talking to you, and you know me. I'm strictly from the with the craps. You know what I mean? Thuggish, ruggish, passing beyond bone. And I like will jump up and say the word Nigeria, Nigel. You know what I'm talking about? And anything better than that of the word. Shut up. Yeah, you can't say that. Facebook, YouTube. This is some real shit going on purposeful. This is about the only really shit that you ever gonna. Am I cursing? Is shit a curse word? It is. They American. They consider it a curse word. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Hey, I didn't know. I'll write that down. See, because I'm from ancient times and we knew shit was a god, and y'all know it too. You know how I know y'all know it? I used to hear the humans argue, right? And you know what the woman would tell the man? Nigga, you ain't shit. Oh, I done said the word nigga again. Let's put another check down there. We can't say that word, Nate. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infractions. Dang. All right, so since the word, can I substitute? Shilajit, right? Everybody know what shilajit is, right? See, I'm always good with taking something bad and making it good. What is shilajit? Huh? Some people may say, Nate, did you just make up a goddamn word, Nate? That ain't no word. Well, sure it is. All I'm doing is changing the hyperboloid. If what I'm doing, cursing, is debasing and negative, then you know what I'm going to do if I come to raise the frequency and the vibration of the planet Earth. I'm going to have to pull the rabbit out the bag. Unless you are all vegetarian. Then I'm going to pull out some bulbs. Remember the cartoon when you get a bright idea, it comes above your head? Boo. Yeah, I got those. But I thought you like something tender to chew. So, what is shilajit? It's a sticky tar-like substance that comes from the cracks in high-altitude rocks and is used as a supplement in Ayurvedic medicine. All right? It contains a mixture of plant, animal, and mineral material, including vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and amino acids. Some studies support the use of shilajit as a revitalizer, but more research is needed to understand its exact mechanism of action. Shilajit is found and many mountain ranges around the world, but is traditionally sourced in India and Tibet. It's also known as other many different names. So, all right, so we can't say these curse words, right? We can't say that, even though that it's a powerful name. But then you have to remember, this is what the Europeans did. They took everything that is empowering for you and sacred and actually made you scared and afraid of it. It's a ultimate, it's a good trick. Oh, it's like, oh no, don't do that. Don't touch that. Don't go in that door. There's no floor in there. And you're gonna fall all the way through the hole to the bottom of the abyss. Knowing darn well this is the room he keep hiding all the money in. You see? So I gotta tell you, anything that's good for you, that is not. That's the trick. If I'm teaching you that everything that you've been told is inside out, upside down, and backwards, then what makes you think any other difference when it comes to knowledge? When it comes to spell casting? Huh? Everything. Did I say some of the things that you've been taught and learned? Carter G. Wilson wrote a fine book titled Miseducation of the Negro, indicating that even he himself was fault in the misinforming of many different individuals. I ain't make this up, people. I'm just telling you what I studied, what I observed since I've been here on the planet Earth. I don't do roll call. I'll check my audio and visual. That's about it. Make sure I'm still not just talking to myself. I don't really do too much comment section chat responding. No, I ain't got time for it. I don't do no shout outs. People, this is not. I don't function. You don't notice. You never notice. I've been streaming since the early teens. Okay, and I'm still having utilized the same format with just better equipment because the pictures and things get blurrier and they want more uh, better definition. So you got to get like Mac computers, and then now probably next year they're gonna come out with another computer, and they'll make this one all fuzzy and snowy and look all messed up. It's a game, just like your cell phone. Your cell phone's only made to last for about a year and a half. They need to keep you spending money. This is monopoly, okay? If every day you wake up in the physical, you need to be playing the game of Monopoly. When you leave the physical, or you have fine time, and you can leave the physical in many ways. It ain't necessarily just got to be laying in the bed. I could be playing chess, sitting in a room watching the football games with other people. And all at the same time, I'm not even in the body. I'm somewhere else having a immaculate conception. You see? You don't understand that Bible. I keep telling you that you're not to take that literal or physical. It's allegorical and metaphorical. It's a book of mathematics and science. It's more than just stories to make you feel good and comfortable about the misery and pain and suffering that you face every day. Go get your Masonic brother and come tell him holler at me. Or your Eastern Star. Come tell him holler at me. I'll let you know. In fact, I'll let you all know. Starting with your president. That's right. Not only do I have a social security number, I got a PP number and a state number. I'm not hard to find. I got a birthday. I got a time that I come here. All this is mathematics, people. Your life is a design that you sculpt. You wrote the script, hence scripture. That's why when you read those books, I want you to be thinking about yourself. You see? If you opening up the scriptures and you read the word Adam, I want you to stop right there. And I don't want you to project what they had taught you in school about Adam. And so what, he got a belly button. It's all confusing. That's why you need to just leave it alone. Just think about you. You're the Adam. But instead of spelling it A-D-A-M, why don't we spell it A-T-O-M? Never mind 18-U-M either. I know there was an Atum Ra, the sun god, the ancient god of Egypt. But I'm showing you the plagiarism of where they sculpt this whole dimension after that of what everything that you're made up of. That's why they're still studying you. You think technology is the big study, which it is, but it is you, your thought process, the awakening of the crystal light in you. I mean, they await the igniting of the crystal light in you. That's right. Yes, they are. Y'all sit back there and go and laugh if you want. They laughing too. They laughing right at you. Because they laughing at you think it's funny and it's a joke and it's a game. And I'm on so point that if you really knew, you'll change what they say in the Matrix. Huh? I like what Farrakhan said. He said your paradigm will change in the blink of an eye. In other words, you wouldn't even know that you had left from hell into heaven. You'll be in a state of optimum utopia, and you think that this was going on for like 78 trillion years already. Not and knowing that here's me sitting on the outside looking at you. Poor human. They don't even know she just got here. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Come on in. I guess we're gonna imagine the white pearly gates. I don't know. Maybe we can take it from what Men in Black was showing us. Somewhere on another plane with a creature that's walking around with 3 eyes, one in the middle of his head. I mean, like, don't get scared. Just act like you always knew that that's what it was popping. That's what was popping. All right, so we're gonna get started here. We're gonna do some reading, y'all. And I'm gonna read from As a Man Thinketh. I want to read Thought and Character. The aphorism, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. not only embraces the whole of man's being, right? But it's so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his and her life. Did you know that? That is profound concept and idea right there in itself that we don't even really need to be streaming no more, people. That's so powerful. As a man, and yes, woman too, and child, as anything, people, as the roach thinketh, okay, as the hamster thinketh, as the dog thinketh, so shall he or she be. And if not, it will be eventually. You see? You always still have that time to come. So let's take, for instance, a dog. You ever see a dog when you're preparing his food? One of the most humble, patient creatures on the planet when it comes to food preparation. Huh? When it comes to being ready to serve, I was going to say that word Nigeria again. But, huh? Kids, they're running around. They can't keep still. You tell them, sit down, get ready for dinner, put the plate back, stop stabbing him with the fork. You know what I mean? But dogs, I know some dogs will just sit there like this with their head on their paw, patiently waiting while you cutting the can open with the can opener. They know the sound and everything of the drawer opening up. They didn't even know which tool you pulling out the drawer, whether it's a fork, a spoon, or that goddamn no cursing, Nate. It's goddamn a cuss word. I didn't know that. Oh my, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me write that down. No curse word and just get that's that. And when you put that can opener on there and they hear that, that's what they do. Notice. Because they smelt it already. That aroma came out that can. And see, their senses is much greater than yours. You done tore yours all up. You twisted it up. Oh, yes, you did. But that dog is sitting there waiting. And what are you thinking? What do you think? What do you think? As the most supreme, as the supreme being, right? Supreme means most high, being means something that exists. There's nothing that exists more higher than me. If it is, you need to be in the comment section. Okay? That's why God made me. It says in your scripture, the greatest creature, and he told all y'all to bow down to me. I'm going to make my greatest creation. Don't take that away from me. You people like to take that stuff away from me, and that pisses me off. That's why I teach hard. But that dog is sitting there, can't wait till he die and become a human being, because that's his or her next incarnation. Energy don't die, right? Last I know, unless they changed that. Did they change that? Let's see. Does energy die? No. Energy does Energy does not die because it cannot be created or destroyed. People, please stop thinking that you got a creator. You were not created. The only reason why you people run around here on this earth talking about some God, excuse me, I'm sorry, some creator, is because you don't know who you are and you forgot everything up until a little over, what, 400 years. You only know dictionary and Bible. Your knowledge don't go no further extent beyond that. What are you talking about? I can take you back at least 78 trillion years. At least. And that'll just be comfortable where everybody agree on the planet. Huh? And you want to come to me talking about these little stories in the Bible. Man, if y'all don't go stand in the corner, please. Real talk. You ain't big enough. You ain't got enough electric in you. You ain't vibing. You don't have no spark. You know, it's time when I preach and teach and talk. People be like, oh, calm down. Why you so hype? Why you so fiery? Hold up, though. Look what I just seen. Let me show you something.
If you smoke,
These
Where you at? Where you at, Farrakhan? Farrakhan, come here for a minute.
oh black man, the secret of the Masonic order.
Did nobody say
It's the
nothing?
secret of Hiram.
When this man get hype, everybody shut up. When this man be getting fiery, talking that fire,
He's a master builder that was in the head.
why when I start getting fiery?
Masonic order is a master.
Oh, Nate, you should calm down. Nobody want to listen to you. We don't feel as though you heard not. I can't listen. I can't hear. Then guess what? It's not your time. I'm not for you. This is a kitchen that is just too much. It's too much. Amen.
Simon says, upgrade again.
And I do mean well. But if you can't stand the roar of the lion, the power of the tongue, then it's not for you. You need a softer messenger, someone who's going to sit you down and hold you and cuddle you and put a blanket on you and kiss on your forehead and tell you that everything is going to be all right and give you some tissue when you crying. I'm not that dude. They didn't do that to me. I'm only sent here on the earth for a certain few. That's it. And they are the individuals that's already on the wave. You see? I really ain't. Elijah Muhammad came to the. Listen, people. Elijah Muhammad was the last person. He told y'all that. Last message of the prophet. And he came to the lost sheep. I'm not coming to the lost sheep. I told you I'm not no messenger, prophet, your teacher, your friend, none of that. Your homie, we ain't cool. None of that. I'm here to raise of that where you are at already to another level, no matter who you are. You see? If you are a hippopotamus and you wanting to get up out that dirty water, those filthy and eating nasty creatures, go over there every once in a while and eat a plant or something. And when your crowd of hippopotamus start going out and looking for the what's that? The zebra and whatever else they eat of the animals, you just say, just not for today. Right? So what that does, it builds in your character And your character is that of the frequency and the vibration and the light wave that is recorded and stored. It is through your character, it is through that what you see, say, and do that determines and builds the next suitable avatar for you to dwell in, since Google told you that energy doesn't die, right? It is neither created or destroyed. So please, people, listen, this is so simple. Are human beings electric? Yes, humans are considered electric. Does electricity die? No. Electricity doesn't die because energy is neither created nor destroyed. Is human beings electric? No matter how many times you ask it. So all I need to do is now stop being dumb. Come up out of my dumb. I need to come up out of my religion that was programmed in me. I need to come up out of those indoctrinated teachings that was programmed in me. They ain't around no more. It ain't like they're going to take out the whip and force you to believe in that stuff anymore. You're free now. White House is boarded up. They closed. All public officials is rounding about scat and get cadoodle somewhere. Y'all don't know this though. Y'all think it's order as usual in the White House. Listen, I'll be surprised if it is, and I'm so sure that of what I'm saying, that if they do put a Christmas tree up and have a party, and they in there cooking every night and setting up dinner at the goddamn table for the president, they not real. That's the fake one. I tell you, that's not real. That's the other niggas. And I'm gonna have to listen, man. Throw this in the trash. I'm about to be me. And the energy will be so real. If I find out that them people, if there's any activity going on in the White House and they not closed, that shit is for show and tell, to keep the masses believing and thinking that. Oh, Nate, let me drive over to Washington and see if they really going in and out of the White House. Because I heard Nate on social media said that it was closed down and the Constitution is some people using it for toilet paper and I don't know, peeing on it. You all know what's going on with the Constitution. But nothing is real. Everything exposed. Hollywood, music industry. It's just coming a whole new view. It's coming into light. It's a whole new point of view. And it's just like it's you got the choice to accept it or reject it. But here's the kicker. This is what I have to share. People, there's a mass eager tended intention to keep, and I'm gonna speak for myself, me, deaf, dumb, and blind. I know without for sure. Listen, I don't know what you know. I don't know if you see what I see. I don't think you do. But please, let this go. No, don't put this Bible. I'm sorry. But just know that I'm telling you, my life, and I don't do drugs. If I eat anything from a store, it has no more than 2 ingredients in it. Okay? So I'm far from drugs. Don't talk about, oh, he hallucinate. No, I don't eat meat. I don't eat all the high fructose corn syrup, all the 18 chemicals that's banned in other countries. I don't smoke crack. You dummy. You got some people that are so stupid on this planet. They think I'm smoking crack. You believe that? They, I'm telling you, it's some damn dumb people. Unbelievable. No, I'm not. I don't smoke cigarettes. I hardly have any drugs in me. You show me how they getting it. Through the sky? That's the best you could say. But I got something for that. And that's none of your business. How many drugs are in one stick of cigarette? 10 to 12 million milligrams of nicotine. Let's go back to this other one I seen. 6 milligrams on the low end and 28 milligrams on the high end. What the crap? How many drugs is found in cigarettes? 4,000 chemicals. It says, what are the 4,000 chemicals in a cigarette? Arsenic, acetic acid, acetone, ammonia, benzol, which is found in gasoline. Yo, people, I'm not on drugs. I don't eat Pop Tarts. I don't eat cereals. I don't eat cookies. I don't eat cupcakes. I don't eat. Listen, it's going to be, it's pretty hard. This is herbal tea, one ingredient. I eat fruit, grains, one ingredient. I do sugar, but I'm moderate with it. And I do raw. Okay. And that's what I meant to do too, because yeah, we got to get started. Let's get started, y'all. We got, damn. I'm so we almost what an hour into this, and I'm still on the first page. That's crazy. I got to get better with doing these streams. You know, keeping in some type of order. 49 minutes. All right. So I'm going to shut up and read. That's what we're going to do from here on out. I got to go. But I want to drop this information. Again, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstances of his and her life. A man is literally what he thinks. Think high of yourself. Think of yourself as the greatest, and that what you will become. And depending on how you doing it, how you eating, how you living, what you consuming, huh? Determine how fast this occurs. And the better you get at it, the masterful you become, the faster your so-called requests and visions manifest. And you'll start being mind blown as the light. Like, what the heck? Did I really do that? Did I really stop a car from hitting a person when the person had the right of way crossing? You'll be surprised of the magic that is needed. We need your help out here in the streets, y'all. The police has been defunded, which means limited niggas. Oh, excuse me. Limited individuals for your assistance. Not they check. They ain't taking out their cash. They told me they got raises. So I already knew they wasn't talking about that defundment. It was cloaked, as it normally is. So you got to step up now. You're the supercell. Go watch the movie on Netflix called Supercell. And then we need you on the streets. We need you. We need you, people. We need God. We need God is back. This is the time. Every scripture bears me witness that there was a time where there's going to be the return of God. Stop playing with me. I don't feel like playing right now. And I'm not waiting no more for him. Again, in my most humble tone, I'm sorry. With a little bit of butter on top. A man is literally what he thinks. Okay, honey bunny? Okay, all my soft fellas out there who want me to come and talk to you like TGJ, huh? You want to be Rick Warren down, don't you? Where my gavel? Homie don't play that. Hit him right in the head. Huh? How many of you used to watch In Living Color? My favorite character was the clown. Homie the clown. Why? Because everything else was stupid and foolishness. But he was the only one that had any sense to knock somebody upside their head when they either said or did something. It wasn't just that he didn't play that. It's just that it's unprecedented. It's not acceptable. You lucky it wasn't a lock in a sock. A man is literally what he thinks, and so is she. She, he, her character being the complete sum of all their thoughts. You're not black. You're not Chinese. You're not Puerto Rican. You're not white. When the Bible tells you to come up out of her, it's talking about America, her. Okay? And it don't necessarily have to be, I told you, literal or physical, right? Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and leave America. But what's most important that you do it in your mindset. And what is America? What was it founded on? Huh? Right. I was just thinking for a minute. I was thinking about Mr. Trump. With his idea of making America great again. But as you can see, he's not speaking for all people, because for black people, America was never great. For white folks, yes. Let's keep it real. For white folks, it has gotten totally unacceptable and unprecedented and out of control. For black folks, you niggas is happy. You never seen a recession or a depression before. You don't know what's it like to be in a recession. Only white folks understands recessions. What is wrong with you? Their recession is your come up. Why you think they recession? They mad. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't dig it, man. Y'all don't get it. As the plant springs from and could not be without the seed until Elon and them come and did what they did, right? But keeping with the theory, we know that every act of a man springs from the hidden seeds of their thoughts. Unless, again, you ain't working with artificial intelligence. Oh man, this I don't feel like reading this, man. We're gonna be here forever. See, because you gotta be careful. They are right now watching this. And when they don't ask me they who, if you don't know, then you have to find out, do some work, do some research. I'm not your babysitter. Okay? I'm not gonna sit here and hold your hand and tell you everything and answer every call every time you got a question. But I got a life too. That's one of the reasons why I was nobody's sponsor. When I was doing Narcotics Anonymous and Alcohol Anonymous and what else? Somebody wanted me to that what is that? Al-Anon, right? Yeah. I'm not. I can't do that. I barely could take on the extra hours of the so-called job calls and once my requesting for my presence because I got things that I have to do other than doing it for you. 18 hours out of your 24 hours a day, I got to have most of that spent in self. Even if it takes for me being on the job still. Let's say I do a double, right? That's 16. You only got 8 hours left. But then you gotta go home after work to your children, to your family. So you probably don't get no sleep. Definitely ain't washing up. And you could cancel meditation personal self-time. Well, on that double, only because I'm like I said, 18 got to be to me. I got to be really, you just see the body, but and the mind ain't there. I'm meditating. Everything is on autopilot, working off of pretty much memory muscle. That what I've trained the body, pardon, so to do while performing the task here in the third rail. Check, or as you call it, third rim. I call it the third rail because here in Philadelphia, our third rails is electrical. So it kind of makes sense and it added up for me a long time ago how I was understanding the cosmology of this mathematical code of the 369. You know what I'm talking about? So, got so much to cover. I don't know where to stop. Let me see something. Everybody relax their mind for a minute. Let the teacher go over a few things. See what we could pull up here that we can get into. Right? Because after all, we did. What's the name of the stream? See, that's what I get for not messing with this computer, but it's okay because I'm not computer savvy and I'm not supposed to be. I got to bring a message. I can't focus on this stuff right here. You know, I'm channeling when I'm talking. If you notice, this is not script. I do like I'm reading people's material, but for the most part, the higher intelligence, the prominent information that's necessary for your growth and development, that's not written down. There's no book. There's no master. Nobody owns this. This is channel information. Okay, upgraded information that's been cubic link locked and coded in my DEA. Check. Oh man, it was more than one thing I had to read. All right, so let's read this here. Let's read this. All right, we're talking about going over higher intelligence, something to that extent. Now that's normally what I write down, the title of my streams, but for some odd reason I didn't write it down this time. So I literally forgot what I titled our gathering uh, with. So you see it there. I'm not gonna go off course or off beat with it because, like again, it's natural. It's what's supposed to be done. So I can sit here, eat, talk on the phone, sleep, and I'm still gonna give you that what it's supposed to be, and it's gonna be on time or what the title says it's supposed to be, because it's just like that. All right. Uh so we wanna okay. Oh, I know what it was. Thank you. I know what it was. When I last left off with dealing with health consciousness, we were talking about sugar. See? So what I want to do is give the alternatives, okay, the substitute for sugar. And that will be things such as stevia, monk fruit, okay, agave, raw agave, okay, uh, sugar in the raw, right? Again, people, the main idea though is not to be dependent on sweetness. You want to break that cycle. So if you're using sugar in the raw and honey, raw honey and things like that, still break it down, moderation it. Just you want if you using, say you was using white sugar, say you was using a couple, say let's say you was using a half a pound of white sugar in a cup of coffee, right? It's gonna be hard for you to beat that from changing to any other thing. Some of you people is gonna do this and you're gonna go right back to the white sugar because you're gonna be like, oh no, no, I can't do that. But you're gonna have to fight that. And after a while, just like everything else, the body will heal itself and you start to OD if you start using a half a pound of sugar and things of that nature. All right. So we pretty much like want to just kind of break it down to a less where it's moderately used and it's not harmful to the body and it's just at that level and point where it's just enough, right? Because again, the body needs sugar. That's part of the chemical makeup. All right. So we ain't gonna act like we can't have no sugar. Oh, Nate the Great said no sugar at all. You can't have no sugar. No, the body won't. It will cease to exist. All right. Now I want to read this because some people feel as though that aspartame is safe, a safe substitute for sugar, and we're gonna see according to the nutrient health guide here. All right. Due to America's obsession, let's put the microphone down here. What I do? We need the tea. This is chamomile tea, good for broken bones, inflammation, and among other things. All right. America's obsession with dieting, the popularity of aspartame found in equal in NutraSweet as well as many post-processed food products has soured. All right, because it is about 200 times sweeter than sugar. Much smaller amounts of aspartame are needed to sweeten the taste of the foods. This artificial sweetener pervades supermarket shelves. It is especially prevalent in diet foods and can be found in a number of products, including instant breakfast, breath mint, cereal, sugar-free, chewing gum, cocoa mixes, coffee beverages, frozen desserts, gelatin desserts, juice beverages, laxative, milk drinks, multivitamins, non-prescription pharmaceuticals, shake mixes, soft drinks, etc., wine, top mixing, yogurt, instant teas, and coffees. All right. Upon digestion, aspartame breaks down into three components. This is what we're going to want to be aware of, people. Listen close. The first two are the amino acids, and here come the words that's going to be funny coming off my tongue, but never mind them. Just know that we're talking about drugs, right? So, again, the first two are the amino acids, phenylalanine and aspartic acid, and the third is methanol or meth or alcohol. Ever since it was introduced, aspartame has been the center of controversy. Supposedly, a significant number of people have reported suffering ill effects as a result of aspartame consumption. And as a disclaimer, I ain't got nothing against the people with a product of aspartame. I am not saying that we should buy it, and no way am I hindrance or uh, being disruptive to anyone's state of freedom and liberty. All right, let me state that for the record, because if you like aspartame and you use aspartame or these safe sugar substitutes, then by all means, make sure you go out and get yourself. Don't expect me to get it for you. I'm not gonna buy it. I don't like you say. Let's say you love pork, and what you expect me to bring you back a pork chop? No, don't ask me to bring you back no pork chop. Don't ask me to cook you no pork chop. Don't ask me to bring you back no pork chop. That's what you do. You wouldn't bring me no weed, right? So same thing. Just respect my conglomerate. That's all. So ever since it was introduced, aspartame has been the center of controversy. And supposedly a significant amount of people have reported suffering ill effects as a result of aspartame consumption. According to the 1990 book Aspartame NutraSweet, Is It Safe by H. J. Roberts. Reactions included headaches, mood swings, changes in vision, nausea, nausea and diarrhea, sleep disorder, memory loss, and confusion, and even convulsions. People with uh, phenylketonuria, which is PKU, lack an enzyme needed to convert this phenylalanine into tyrosine. Because of this, they accumulate phenylalanine, and at a high levels, it can be toxic to them. Consequently, these people almost certainly should not use aspartame. But how about the rest of us? By now, the subject has become so emotional that it is difficult to separate fact from fancy. Well, I would say you got ever since, man. Well, it's been going on, but it just gets keep the upgrade, man. It's crazy. Now it's like information is being restricted. Some things you can't. It's hard to find. You can't even really pull up. So an entire cottage industry exists to educate people on the safety or non-safety of this one sweetener. Proponents claim that neither aspartame nor its components accumulate in the body, and that the chemical components are used in the body in exactly the same way as those derived from natural foods. The amounts of the chemicals are also quite small compared to those gained from other food sources. For instance, a serving of low fat milk contains about 6 times more phenylalanine and 13 times more than aspartic acid than does the same quantity of diet soda sweetened with 100% aspartame. In the same vein, a serving of tomato juice has 6 times more methanol than an equivalent of that of a diet soda. Other voices claim that the sale of aspartame must be stopped, and the conspiracy between the manufacturer, the FDA, and an entire case of players, some quite unlikely, needs to be exposed. Actually, aspartame has been tested for more than 30 years in over 200 studies, and so far, all have concluded that it is a safe product and can be used by almost everyone, including children and pregnant women. This is true not only in the United States, but also in France, Great Britain, and Europe as a whole. In summary, earlier fears about safety centered on the components of aspartame being ingested in a very high doses by laboratory animals. Some flaws of the original studies were taken to be conspiratorial rather than simple mistakes. Subsequent research has shown that it is just impossible, that it is just, excuse me, subsequent research has shown that it just isn't possible for a normal human being to ingest enough aspartame to raise plasma concentrations of its metabolic constituents and toxic and dangerous levels. Needless to say, however, there are sensitive people who have allergic reactions to many products. This is why it is important that you understand the real concept of knowing thyself. Man, this guy has got a bowl in his swimming pool trying to put out the brush fire that's burning over there along the side of the firefighter who has a hose. Yeah, it's really going on like this all over the planet. Somewhere you can always find something that's illogical, irrational, ill mannered, and anti life. If you just keep your first eye open. But everybody can't see. And I know that. All right, so if you have any experience, any type of reaction to aspartame, you should refrain from using foods that contain this addictive. So it's as everything that they write, it's 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 contradictory. It says it's addictive, right? But then at this earlier, they find that it's perfectly fine and safe to take. Now, I really don't feel like getting into all the schematics of what this thing is about. But as for educated guests, I would have to say, don't use aspartame, people. You don't need nothing that's coming out of a laboratory. Anything that's not coming from the earth, you should not put it in your system. If you are, let it be moderately and few. I'm not saying you can't have a non-later every 10 years. There's nothing wrong with that. Just be ready to go kukarachi for about 10 minutes. Or probably part of the day. I'm not saying you can't eat a hamburger every 25, 30 years. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to do nothing to you. And I'm not saying that you should either. After 25 years, I can't eat no goddamn hamburger. I'm looking at flesh every time it's coming to my mouth. No, I'm cool. I can't do it. Then you want me to sit there and chew it and then swallow it? Oh, stop, y'all. Great. did did you just eat a whole cow? I remember it was a commercial. It was the mom asked the kids what did they want for dinner. And everybody pretty much either named a vegetable or grain. Y'all probably remember this. I was cracking up. The little girl said, I want a box of chicken. I died. I fell out. She said, what do you want to eat? The little girl, you want to eat the chickens? I'll be like, no, you really, like, no. I thought if anybody not going to eat the little chickens is the little girl, that she would be the one that had the most sympathy for the chicken. But she would fuck them, man. She said, I want a box of chicken. I said, dang. All right, so let's look at let's see. What's good and juicy? So much here. Let's look at the use of proper cooking utensils. A lot of people don't know this. Do not use aluminum cookware. And all those pans that they got that's supposed to be non-stick. When you're cooking your food with them pots, with those material, it's releasing chemicals that seeped into your so-called food. Food cooked or stored in aluminum produced a substance that neutralizes the digestive juices, leading to acidosis, or is this acidosis and ulcers. All right. See now you seeing why our great grandparents and them had ulcer and stuff. Remember they were advocate aluminum foil users. Nowadays you can't find aluminum foil in a house, but you go back to your ancestors' time. They shopped aluminum foil every time they went shopping. That was part of the menu. My grandma used to check the drawer. Oh, we need saran wrap, aluminum foil. You know what I'm talking about? Sandwich bags. What else? You know, families like to have it all. They want a little bit of everything. You want the whole supermarket in your house. Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all, because some of y'all come from families like that. Still to this day. Cans and shit all in the basement, stored up water. So worse, the aluminum and the cookware can leach from the pot into the food. If you use toothpaste and deodorant with aluminum in it, at once you want to throw it in the trash. Your underarms, people. Listen, man, man, you don't know how vicious and wicked your adversary is. They know how to get straight to your bloodstream. Under your arms is one of the quickest ways. I just want for so much for these people. So you have to forgive me for the state that it looked like I'm in. I'm almost flabbergasted. How the masses don't see. Like, I was like that? You mean to tell me? I remember in the Nation of Islam, it was quoted that we always must remember the time in which we knew not. And I like that, right? Because that kept me in control and in remembrance that I'm not better than anybody. And that me too was once deaf, dumb, and blind, acting like a Negro running around here wanting white girls. I didn't know myself. I ain't know a pothole from my asshole. Had no sense of direction or clue as to what the game was about of being here on earth. I didn't know it was prepared and set for me to have a continuance of reincarnation. You think child trafficking and human trafficking is something real? It says soul harnessing, soul trafficking. They now will load you up into a computer. And that's when you're going to get stuck. And they really got you and in control of you. See, before they used to tell you, oh, when you die, make sure you follow the white light. Go into the white light. When the food is consumed, the aluminum is absorbed by the body, where it accumulates in the brain and your nervous system and your tissues. Yeah. What, aluminum? Yes, aluminum. Then imagine you walking by a 5G tower. I want you to imagine putting aluminum in a microwave. This is what's happening to you. You wonder why you roll by a certain area and all of a sudden arthritis and everything, joints is aching like a mug. Like, what the heck? Excessive amount of this aluminum deposits have been implicated in Alzheimer's disease, people. We can't sit here and make this up. Other cookware to be avoided includes all pots and pans with non-stick coating. Are we clear? Where's my highlighter? That need to be highlighted because listen, my wife, you gonna have to read the book before you come in my house, before we get married. You're gonna have to already know this stuff. You know what I'm talking about? We can't be afford to getting out here looking for a woman. Well, then again, if you in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and you're a strong guy body, then yeah, I was doing it. I enlightened several goddesses. Okay. I done uplifted several earths. And probably still doing it today through social media. I don't really go and check who's watching, how many people watching this. I really don't care. I'd rather people not get this information. I'm just doing it because I said that I was going to do it. And I got to keep my word. But if y'all don't want to listen and take heed to this, then it's cool with me. I'll just be the greatest nigga walking around on the planet Earth, like Muhammad Ali was. He gone, so I guess it's going to just be me now. You don't say it. I'm the greatest of all time. That's right. And if it wasn't so, then why would I say it? Huh? You think it's a game? Of course it's a game. This is why I'm showing you how to play it. Too often the metals and other substances in the pots finish flakes or leaches into the food. Okay? This is explain why. This explains exactly why if you went right now to your local hospital, the emergency room is crowded. Can you give a better explanation why these people is diseased and feeling ill, sitting up in a hospital? I did it to myself. I did that. Yeah, I did. I had ham hocks on Monday, chitlins on Tuesday, pork chops on Friday with salt and hot sauce on it. And then I went to McDonald's on Thursday, Burger King on Friday, and Arby's on Saturday. Here I am, doctor today, Saturday night in the hospital, and it feel like my heart is going to bust out my chest. Can you tell me what's wrong? Go stand in the corner. Let's throw that shit up. Drink some Fiji water too for 30 days. Don't eat nothing solid. Strictly fruits. Okay? You got parasites in you too. After that, you're going to want to take some parasite herbs. I ain't lying, people. If I'm lying, I ain't flying. And you niggas know I'm high as shit. Excuse me for cussing. I got to be me. It just wouldn't be authentic if I didn't do me. I can't be like Obama and all them. Not cuss, clean cut, nice and neat, clean, courteous, humble, meek, soft and well spoken. If you want that type of president, then I'm not the one for you. You know too much already. Limit your use of salt. If you want to use salt, people, use sea salt. It's recommended. Okay? Although some sodium is essential for survival, right? Because, like I said, all this salt is in your body. You need salt. Your body produces salt. But the way we diet, the way we consume, we hinder the proper functioning of the organs to do what's necessary for it to do. Because we're putting substitutes in it. And that's just not healthy. Okay? So, although some sodium is essential for survival, inadequate sodium intake is a rare problem. Symptoms of salt deficiency include lightheadedness and muscle fatigue. We need at least 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day to stay healthy. Okay? This is enough to accomplish, and that may vary for some beings, all right? That may not. So, we got to, again, I come from different perspectives on this health issue. This is not Dr. Laylola holistic health book. This is actually the nutrient guide that I'm reading out of it. All right, and this is Bulk, Phyllis A. Bulk. Let's look this person up. Let's see what we're working with here. I always got to know what I'm working with. Phyllis A. Bulk. Bouch. It's Bouch. I'm sorry. Phyllis A. Bouch. Let me type it in. It's BALCH. Get an image. So it's a female. So it's a white female. European woman. All right. Now, so it was revised and updated by Stacy Bell. Let's see who this person is. Stacy Bell. I'm looking for a book, man. What do I do with it? Excuse me for a minute. All right, Stacy Bell is a melanated being, y'all. However, I'm almost going to think that she's actually a mindset of the Eurocentric. Let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with that. Because after all, if you went to school in America, for all you dumbasses, right? Not you smart asses, the dumbasses. I'm not talking to the smart asses. You know what I mean? But the dumbasses, if you went to school in America, you have what I call a Eurocentric ideology, which means your mindset, your base and foundation of everything that you know is made up out of both the Bible and the dictionary, the English dictionary. This is your grounds and base for foundation of information. This is how you perceive. This is how you communicate, transmit, and receive. Most of you. Some of you speak other languages and study other religious concepts and beliefs. But still, if you went to school in America, so Stacy outside almost looks black because, and I say almost because her hair is not black like that, but it's black like this, and that's not hair. That's straight. That's fur. That's six ether. And I don't know with her complexion how she really got it like that. Maybe have took years of work of hot curl ironing and chemical treating and so forth. But you can't. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There was a time where Elijah Muhammad said that we were coming, and we was Asiatic, okay, according to the theory story of the Nation of Islam. The tribes of Baz, they had hair like the hair on their eyebrows. You ever notice the hair on my eyebrows is different from the hair on my face or in my head? It comes out and curl into a nine. This is why we call it non-ether. But your eyebrows is just straight. You know what I'm saying? It comes out and it stays straight, which is 6 ether. Okay? A little lesson for the day on the hair. If you're a barber, then you already know what I'm talking about. You got 8 ether, which is normally going to be your Puerto Ricans. All right? They come in with that 7-8 ether hair. You know what I mean? And no curl hair. And some of them, when you start cutting it, it goes all kinds of ways, which are some of your more difficult heads to cut. Okay? So it's a little sidebar note, of some human earthly knowledge. I can go there. Don't think I'm dumb. Don't think I don't know nothing about what's going on Earth. Shit, I know a lot of earthly shit. I build houses. I do anything on this earth except cut your heart out. That's nasty to me. Ill. I don't feel like it. I might throw up. I'm not cutting nobody open. That's the female in my family. They do all that. They in the hospitals. They like that stuff. See, the females in my family work on the body. The males, we work on the mind. And that's the way it's supposed to be in every family. You see? Especially if you are a grand sheikh or what they call a grandfather or a grandmother. You don't hold the title grand for nothing. I'm gonna strip that from you. Just call you old mom, old dad. Hey, old pop. Boy, you better call me grandpa. There ain't nothing grand about you. Take your tired ass and stand in the corner, old pop. Why? Because he don't know nothing. He ain't uplifting the family. He don't give the family no higher knowledge. He's still watching The Simpsons, the Brady Bunch. He still think the earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. Your family ain't gonna get no higher than the scholarly degree of what this country has to offer with that foolishness. Think about it. Where you gonna go now? Now that you discovered that okay, the sun is 93 million miles away from the planet Earth. It's 14,720 degrees Fahrenheit. Earth is spinning at a possible rate of 1,000 miles per hour. The Earth weighs sextillion tons. Its circumference 24,000. Huh? Now that you know all that, the moon is 66 trillion years old. Earth has 7 layers of crust, symbolic and sequence of that of the black man having 7 layers of skin and a 7.5 ounce brain. Now where you go? Huh? We got to stretch. We got to continue to evolve, make change, revise. What did Beyonce say? Upgrade. You can't fix no 2024 Ford Mustang with a goddamn 1971 Ford Mustang manual. They didn't have AC in it, and I need to get this air conditioner fixed. And you bringing me a manual from a boss. Come stand in the corner, because you're illogical and just anti-life. And I'm fed up. And grade close out. Oh, yes, I am. All right? So, let's be sure. This table's going, well, I'll make use of it until I get another one. I was going to say this table going in the trash. It is, though. It will eventually go in the trash. So, yeah, people, this salt is enough to accomplish all the vital functions that sodium performs in the body. This is enough to accomplish that 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams a day. That's enough. Helping maintain normal fluid levels, healthy muscle function, and proper acidity, your pH balance. You see? And that's all what Dr. Sebi was talking about. I do got a special treat for us too coming up, people. Sitting down so long, it feel like I can't even walk. I got a special treat coming up for us. We're going to be able to be here, even though he's not here in the physical. But I'm gonna give you a tool, allow you to firsthand in virtual reality be with Dr. Sebi again. All right. So be on the lookout for this. That's gonna be a nice special treat. As soon as I get it, all the equipment and everything hooked up for that to be manifest, for that to come into fruition. Other than that, I want to say that one of the best ways to limit sodium in your diet is to limit your consumption of processed and fast foods. Are we clear? It's your health. It's your body. It's your life. You dictate how long you want to stick around. Some of you people don't like your life. And subconsciously, you're working on killing yourself. I know that. I know a lot of things. I see a lot. Yeah, I see the things that you don't even see. Yeah. You don't like the fact, you don't like the person you live with. You hate the kids that you had. Your dogs is getting on your nerves. You don't like your job. And you don't like yourself. You got somebody else's hair, fake eyelashes. I hope you're not putting it on thinking I like it and it's cute. I'm thinking you putting it on because you don't like the way you look. We on two different pages. She just said, she would see, now y'all can stop all that dumb shit. No, we don't, men, God don't like that. Men do. Neanderthals, dogs. And I ain't talking about the ones on all four. I'm talking about the reverse of God. Them niggas. They like that. Because they have been trained to hate the original view of you. Remember the kinky naps in the back of the neck? They teased you and played you. and call your hair knotty. So now you want to put a hot comb in it. Fellas, you want to go and get a brush. And for like, out of the 24 hours, 22 hours of the day, this is all that the guys do. Why? Because you want to straighten out your non-ether and make it look like the other man. That shit ain't gonna grow down like that, like his do. Unless you Cat Williams. But Cat Williams got money. That costs money to get like that. For you to be able to hate on that nigga like that. You better spend. And y'all ain't got that kind of money. The women at best are in or home health care is buying the most expensive hair. Because they got to look good, play their part in the hospital. You know what I'm talking about? So that's first thing on the list. That's before a car. They need their hair. Because that's everything. Joan come in the morning, and I know I'm security. She come in all in early in the morning, got the new hair. I say, damn, that shit must have cost her whole check. Stop it, man. Leave that person alone, man. That's what my coworker will be saying. Yo, come on, man. Stop playing all the time. You think that's her hair? He talk about, I bet that's her butt. Come on, man. People, if you don't like the way you look, something's wrong. If I was in a wheelchair, this is not going to ever happen. Okay. With no arms, head stuck to the side, and my leg wrapped around my neck, I'm going to have to be comfortable with that. Just like that way I'm comfortable with what I got going on right now. Huh? I love self. I care about self. Self is the most important thing in existence to me. Then everything else. You see? First law of my nature is not the law of preservation. I don't need to preserve anything. Why do I need to preserve when I can continue, when it's continuum coming to me on a regular basis? What do you think? You want to fill my whole house up and hoard it all with all this stuff like the humans? No. Once I receive it, utilize it, I get rid of it. Moving on, ready for the next one. Same way with money. I'll get a check from the government and spend the whole thing at one store. People say, damn, man, you don't put money away for the rainy day? There you go. You thinking my life is like yours. When did I ever tell you that I got rainy days? Go stand in the corner. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go stand in the corner. That's your life, B. You got rainy days. You're preparing for rainy days. And when you do that, it will come. Your life literally unfolds as you think. keep telling you what we was reading is so profound, unique. We can do a whole documentary on this. A 12-volume Facebook and YouTube video stream on the concept of as a person think in their heart, so shall they become. Let's revise it so become. Maybe it's too as a man thinketh. It sounds like you're reading out of the King James Bible, don't it? Sound like you're speaking old English. So let's revise it and bring it up to the modern time. Okay? As a nigga in his mind think, so shall he manifest into. How about that? Okay? So if you think that you Aquaman, then guess what? I need to see you in the Delaware River every morning. Hey, Nate! And you coming from Jersey. If you think you're Superman, then guess what? You need to be on top of the Ben Franklin Bridge, making sure another yacht don't run into it. I need all you superheroes to start thinking like this. Because listen, it gets deep. It states that not only embraces the whole of man's being that with that concept of what he's thinking, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of their life. Do you not comprehend the words that's coming out of my mouth? A man is literally what they think. A person, a child, a duck, a bird, a hamster, a turkey, a cow, whatever the move's thinking about, that's what they are. If you think you in wrench condition and that you living in sin, that's what's gonna be for you, not me. I don't have rainy days. I don't have to save money because the next day I'm getting up and getting. Matter of fact, I ain't even getting up and getting nothing. I'm just getting up and being prepared to receive more money. Let me get y'all up out of here, man. I'm going. Because y'all don't understand what's coming out of my mind. Much less the words that's coming out of my mouth. Make sure you take care of yourself and do it on purpose, people. I own the masters and the copyrights to these tunes that you're listening to. Peace in. This is gonna be the next material we're gonna come out of. All right? National awakening. Natural, I said national. Natural awakening. You like that idea? You like that concept? Natural awakening. We're going to learn how to transform stress into superpower. All right? Go a few key pointers. All right? So I got a lot of material for you. I got a lot for you. You ain't just got to watch all the foolishness and the stupidity that comes on social media. All right? Nate the Great is Cuban linked on site, giving it to you just how you like it. Yeah.